Hey there, I'm Destiny74, and I thought it'd be fun to go over my last Street Fighter V tournaments that I played in. They were about a week before Street Fighter 6 came out, so you know, I really wanted to do well in these final tournaments. There was my state's offline monthly, and then a online tournament in the evening, both on the same day. At my state's offline monthly, I got a first round bye, and then my first round opponent was Shani playing Rose. It was a nail biter. I was able to take it 2-1, and then my next opponent was GoldieNextDoor, someone that I had historically had a close matchup with, but nowadays it had actually been favoring them a lot more, and I really wanted to, you know, get the win. And yeah, let's get into it.
He's playing Luke this time straight away. Goldie played
okay, yeah, this was my second match of the day, up against GoldieNextDoor, someone that like I had recently been struggling against, so I really wanted to do well. My game plan coming in was to not really overextend too much and use a lot of flicker and heavy punch.
This should be a pretty
but yeah, getting whiff punch like that really hurts, so I was trying to not be at a range where my stuff whiffs because Luke gets great punches. I did get a bit lucky in the early rounds that they weren't quite ready with the full punishes. Right there I wasn't ready for such an early EXDP, but it was good to know that they would like eventually pull it out. Yeah, I've taken like a life deficit, so now I have to like really work to get that lead again, and it's really hard when I'm missing these and just taking little chips. Heavy punch is pretty hard to whiff punish though, because you do put yourself at risk of getting hit by the Psycho Knuckle. So yeah, I'm just trying to like inch my way forward while also blocking the Sandblasters. I do get a pretty good combo there to put them in the corner. I was really worried about a jump out and just wasn't ready for the raw medium punch. I do get massively lucky that they dropped their combo there, so this is my opportunity. I think for Oki I'm worried about like an EXDP, so I just approach, but yeah, they were just buffering with that V trigger ready. It's very dangerous to just walk at Luke like that. But you know, data. So yeah, coming into round 2, just trying to like tighten up that spacing, get them to the corner early, and keep them there. A lot of Ed's like lights and mediums are really hard to whiff punish, so they are a bit safer to whiff compared to like the heavy punch. Here I'm trying to see what they do, and they eventually jab, but it wasn't when I was frame trapping and I accidentally get back thrown into the corner, so I really want to get out. But you know, just a little walk forward every now and again, just try and close in on that space where Luke's doesn't want to be. I do get a good V reversal there just to get me out. It's pretty free for Ed, pretty hard for your opponent to be ready on certain moves. Alright, there I go for a tick throw, but they actually get counter hit and still tech the throw. That'll happen a few times. Alright. Yeah, I wasn't quite ready there to block the V trigger. You do get a good punish. There I got a lucky jab on that crouch medium kick. Yeah, if you're really ready with Luke's V trigger, you can actually V reversal it and get a good punish with Ed. Right here I should have been ready for it, but just wasn't quite thinking about it in the moment. And then I get hit there trying to probably go for it, but now I'm really close to V trigger. I do see that crouch medium kick and think like, oof, if that was in a super I would have lost the whole round. I need to be a lot more safe. But now I've got V trigger, so I'm just going to probably do something a bit reckless to activate. Yeah, just a heavy kick, try and catch a delayed button, but a backdash. I've had no luck with throws yet. It's getting really close to timeout here, and I don't have the life lead, and I delay tech, thankfully. But it actually doesn't kill, and I do a good job of not doing anything dumb here, and do get the timeout victory. So yeah, going into final round of game 1. Ooh, first of my jump in attempts. Yeah, Goldie's really good with anti-airs, so I try and do it very sparingly, but they seem to just always be ready. However, they weren't really ready with the jump over on the V skills, so that's why I try and do it a bit more, because I know they're just really focusing on the ground game. Here I'm trying to keep them in the corner, but every other Sandblaster it seems. A lucky heavy kick there. Just trying to get that counter poke on the Sandblasters. Oof, that was the perfect spacing, but just wasn't ready for the actual punish. Yeah, again, jumping in's not really working out. Now they have their V skill activated, they can just kind of, yeah, not even have to confirm, just guess it. But I'm whiffing a lot of stuff in their face right now, and I'm not getting punished for it, luckily. But then again, I'm also not whiff punishing what I could be. I'm getting pretty close to V trigger. That builds it right there. Again, tick throw. This time they block it, but tech the throw still. I do have like a bit of a life deficit, and I try and get an opening there for my V-trigger, but just get anti-ed. Just do it raw because, yeah, they haven't been jumping. Again, go for a tick throw with crouch medium punch, but they tech it on counter hit. So I'm trying to, you know, mix them up now with some ambiguous timings, but they're just ready. Alright, activation. I'd like to think that was a reaction to Fireball. A lucky flicker. Oof, and then an EX Fireball. I think that might have been EX DP, just a lucky back throw for me. But yeah, same thing as the super timing. Yeah, going into game 2, a lucky crush counter into flicker, and then a great timing there to get the counter hit. Get the throw. They tech that one though, and then a little bit of disrespect, EXDPing there. People aren't really ready in the corner with Psycho Knuckle. Alright, not quite dead yet. Oof, but another tick throw off lights. Actually get the perfect KO there. That was just like the perfect round of everything going my way. Skip through these rounds because, yeah, not much really happens. It's kind of a war of attrition that slowly peters out, not in my favor. Going really late into the timeout situation. And this one, we can see I actually have a lot of, I'm on set point, and I have a lot of life I need to bring back, and I don't anti-air there. I need to do something to get this, you know, going. And then previous round I had EXDP there, so I tech there, made a good decision. The heavy kick EXDP, they just weren't quite ready with the punish. And then the back throw here, I'm trying to make up this time. Try to do a crouch medium kick into upper for some more chip out, but I make bad decisions there in that timeout situation compared to the first game. And so we go into game 3. But I've got a lot of data, a lot of things that have been working for me. I'm now like a little bit more tuned in on. I would like to have done a bit better with baiting throws. I don't think I've made any good throw baits at all throughout the set. Alright, yeah, just fishing out this space. Trying to get like a lucky Psycho Snatcher through a light Sandblaster. But yeah, get them to the corner, just spending my meter just to get them to the corner by any means necessary. Yeah, just abusing flicker. But they will activate off that medium target combo. Well, I'm just fishing with these medium punches. I'm not sure how many I can get. I actually get the V-reversal punish there. Put as much damage into the combo as I can, but it just doesn't kill. They tech there again on the tick throw. But yeah, now I'm just looking for something to, you know, just a single jab, but I don't want to get whiff punished. So occasionally throwing out a jab. Stream lagged a little bit there, but they dash up, and I just got lucky with the jab. So now I'm on set point again. This would have been my 3rd set point round, I think. Just a raw jump in actually works, but I'm not actually ready with the for the counter hit, so I only get like a basic combo. There, I almost get the punish on that forward heavy punch. Here's finally a good trade on a Sandblaster. That's what I've been looking for. Sniff out the EXDP. I'd suspected something was coming after a while, but yeah, a really bad neutral jump there. I feel like they could have done that in the timeout round, but now I have quite a lead. I don't really need to do much, I just need a single hit. Yeah, empty jump into button. That worked a lot on the day, and in general it can work pretty well, and I actually take the set. I move into a top 8 winners side, where I have to verse Pahnda. It didn't go that great. This round I'm almost making a comeback, but I see something I've never seen before. That Snatcher V-trigger doesn't combo, and then I just get jabbed. VT2 Snatcher is a block string usually. If the first part is parried, the follow-up can still hit. But parry characters can interrupt it before then. Or parry the follow-up for a grounded punish. But again, normally it is a block string. However, if a fireball hits just after the first part, it can make it no longer a block string. And then the follow-up can be interrupted or punished. The follow-up still breaks armor. But this is something that any character can always try for safely, since it will be a block string otherwise. After an air VT2 Snatcher, a light fireball into VT2 Snatcher will automatically time this to introduce the gap. So then I move into loser's side top 8 where I have to verse Jack Mason, and this one wasn't too bad. I made it pretty quickly to set point where I have this round where I'm just making a lot of good reads. Again, Psycho Knuckle in the corner, a lot of people aren't ready for the timing and just forget that you stay on the same side. So I'm actually able to get the perfect KO there. This put me into losers losers semis versus Too Fast, and unfortunately there's just a lot of things that miss, like that air combo. Here I try and do a combo that'll end in sweep so I can get a good setup, but I just stuff up the combo.
I can't believe this, man.
Yeah, backdash, air reset, puts me in the corner, and luckily I don't die there because they don't spend super. Block toe taps, and I think I'm going to get the ground punish, but since I didn't get the ground punish, I didn't keep it frame tight.
Is it actually though? Or is he downplaying?
Here, a good V reversal, but just a situation I just had never actually seen, so I wasn't ready for it. Didn't get the punish. I think that could have been game. I was definitely able to get a proper punish there. It's just something usually doesn't happen that you get the V reversal before the activation. It's usually during the activation, so you're not that plus usually. Then in game 2, I just don't get my crouch medium kick there, so I don't get to continue comboing. I go for a cross under combo, something I nearly never do, and it just gets counter hit. Missed the punish on the slide there. Yeah, just a lot of minor mistakes on my part. Like, there I just try and jump back and, yeah, lose the whole set and out of the tournament. Yeah, just a lot of small mistakes that just added up. You could see a lot of those rounds where I only need one more hit and then I make a tiny mistake. Yeah, it was really close. But then I went home and played in the online tournament. Alright, going into this tournament, my first round was against Mazio, and I was really happy I was able to get a lot of stomp punishes. Something I was quite ready for. Then my next round was against TheDarkness. I was really happy to get a lot of specific punishes on Blanca, like V-reversing the Blanca ball, something you gotta be kind of ready for, as well actually getting the grounded punish on Blanca ball. I felt like I was really on top of my game versus Blanca in that day. Then on to winners finals, I made it right over Sam White. You can see this round went all the way down to time on the very first round, and I'm just dumping meter into this, hoping I can just close this out by some miracle, but I misjudge who's in the lead and back off too early, and then I make a mistake on the approach. Also, I know they like to use a lot of slide activate, and then they like to look for crouch medium kick into the V-trigger combo, so I'm trying to whiff punish that. I try and do it a lot. I only think I get it really once or twice. Here's like the best one I land, like the whole tournament, all the way into super. It's something that's really hard for me, but feels so satisfying when I actually land it. But the rest of the set wasn't going so well. I think that was the only round I won in the whole winners finals. Here you can see just mistiming the dash punish. I'm in the corner, things just like, a lot of stuff I tried to go for, like right there. I didn't use my plus frames, got jabbed out, and then a delay tech gets heavy kicked. And then I get knocked down to losers finals. It was a rematch versus Mazio, and this time I used V trigger one just because I rarely use it and I was feeling pretty confident. Yeah, I'm not that good at it, and I think probably this round is my only like highlight I've ever had in a real game of it. So I activate dash through, get first throw bait, another throw bait. I go for the terrible mix up, another throw bait into a fourth one. The V trigger wasn't even part of my mix, it just happened to be there, but you know. I also felt like I was doing a pretty good job of utilizing proper spacing on my heavies. As you can see in this round, I was just abusing that knuckle and heavy punch range. I then go for the meaty knuckle. They weren't quite ready with the V shift. Something I used to go for a lot, but don't really go for it much now because of V shift, but you know, it's working. Then I sniff out the heavy kick activation, jump over, and ended on a perfect as well, which puts me in grand finals. I'm on loser's side, Sam's on winner's side. I'm playing this whole round out because this is how nearly every round went. I'm just trying to use heavy punch and crouch light and crouch medium into flicker. I want to get like a life lead from chip damage. I'm not too worried about crouch medium kick from Zeku when they're not activated because it doesn't cancel otherwise. And so this is how like so much of this set went, because I know that if I make the mistake, they get their run slide combos, they can do the medium punch stagger pressure, so I don't want to be in their optimal range, and heavy punch is like one of Ed's only really good long range normals. Like heavy kick gets really well punished by Zeku. Like here I'm trying to whiff punish that crouch medium kick and it's not working, but I'm not losing that much, so it's okay. Yeah, just like these tiny little trades it's all I'm looking for, because I know if I try and just go all out, they'll just punish my approach. It's a we're both opting to play super defensive and waiting for the opponent to make the slip up, and it's very difficult to do this because, you know, you see we're down to 25 seconds and we're both like around 75% life. And we're like trying to figure out, I realize the timer is ticking low, so I'm about to start doing some stuff to try and build up chip damage. I think I do a dash up here, which is like something I usually try and not do. Yeah, try and cheese it out with the crouch medium, but they V-reversal, and then we're both spending bar, just trying to desperately get that lead. 1 second left. I don't even think that's half-life for Sam, but that's how most rounds went. You can see even this round was starting at the 50-second mark because not much has been happening before that. Then you can see run slide. I thought I made that heavy kick safe, but now I'm in the corner. I'm just trying to like abuse my life lead. I wasn't that ready with anti-airs this game, but you can see it's getting like more dangerous the closer we get to the end. But oof, empty jump. Empty jump buttons was working well, and yeah, they actually reacted too quickly with the V trigger there. They needed to wait a little bit more. So I actually get my first game off Sam. I know they're going to activate soon. I bust out with flicker activation, and I go for the combo I wanted to go for against Too Fast, ending in sweep, but actually stuff up my Oki. After sweeping, a dash up medium kick will be meaty on back rise, and counter hit can link into crouch heavy punch. And if the sweep is far, you can still link into crouch medium kick. And on non-counter hit, the meaty is still +6 on hit. If they quick rise, dash up medium kick will frame trap 4-frame characters. But it will lose to 3-frame characters. And yeah, it would have been good, and then I get a light kick there that could have been into flicker EX knuckle that could have ended it. So yeah, a little mistake there. It's one of those things that you're just not ready for it to actually work. I don't bite on the Bushin flip, but get hit by the shoulder. Here I panic a little. I'm like, I need to get out of the corner. I successfully block. I don't EXDP, but then I think for some reason heavy kick's gonna work, and yeah, you can see just easy to punish by young Zeku. Yeah, down to 50 seconds again. Pushing out of the corner, but yeah, the slide activation. It's you can't really react to it, so you just got to kind of expect it to come. But there, just a single jab into V trigger into super takes me down at around 30% life. So that's like what I've been worried about this whole set, is that single hit comeback factor, which is why I'm like trying not to interact as much when I'm in those situations. Here, Sam's already activated. I've got a pretty good life lead though. Actually, I'm able to sneak a little walk up. There I finally spaced the heavy kick right. Time it off the throw so it's not punishable. Make them waste their V trigger. I don't really need to do much. I thought I could react to maybe something with the activation and get a punish, but it was just stance swap. I get a filthy medium kick, and that time I'm ready on the air reset and keep it frame tight. Like again against Fed, I went for a different combo and I got 3-frame. There Sam went for the 3-frame, but I was able to actually stay safe. Here, V triggering through the ferret. Get a throw in the corner. Oh, I tried to throw that jab. It's really hard. I feel like Sam's got really great like delayed jab timings to catch you walking up throw or walking up pressure. Something I've struggled a lot with, but yeah. Timer's running down, they have V trigger activated. I'm just trying to like either bait out the low or not get hit by it. Under 10 seconds now. This is actually set point for grand finals. But I jump over, they miss their cross cut, and then they miss their confirm off the medium punch. Run slide doesn't work yet. If that was in a super, that would have been it. And I actually take that. So we go into grand final reset. We're both lost now once. So winner of this next set wins. So we reset it with 0-0. It has been like over 30 minutes of playing Sam at this point. So, you know, it's becoming very mentally taxing. You know, we're trying to do things are and aren't working. There I could just get a lucky flicker, and then again, they were actually too early with the V-trigger and lose invincibility and then get hit by my V-trigger. Again, yeah, I'm cutting out like minutes upon minutes of just slow heavy punching and flickering. Young Zeku heavy punch and crouch medium kick. Here I've got such a huge life lead, but I actually stuff up the slide punish, and there I mean the run punish. But I get a lucky back throw there, take the first game of the reset. Here, I've actually been feeling pretty safe to V-shift because they haven't been doing many like delayed heavies. Also a lot of safe jab checking to make sure I don't EXDP. They always keep me honest with those EXDPs. Again, just trying to like chip away. I started using Psycho Spark a lot sporadically in there just to add in more chip. I actually get another punish on a crouch medium kick there, and I'd like to think that was a reaction to the V-trigger slide, and yeah, that time, that one for sure was a reaction. And now I'm 2 games up in the reset. Yeah, I'm looking good. I actually drop a game to some just errors, so I'm not really tilted. I'm still pretty focused because I'm thinking like, oh, I can have won this already, you know, it's in my favor. But yeah, again, timer ticking low. We're just putting buttons out, kind of just hoping that the opponent will walk into them. I'm trying to throw out some EX fireballs to get some extra chip, just so I can make it even more pressure for the timeout. Oof, a little bit of cheese with a dash up. I didn't get into flicker, and here, yeah, just delay rise. I think that tech was actually necessary to not go down. And now I'm actually on tournament point. Again, played it out for a previous 70 seconds. That was just, you know, posturing. Here, I'm not in the life lead right now. It's pretty damn close. So I'm just trying to like hope. There you can see the V-shift because I know they don't want me to like EXDP. Even though I didn't have meter, it's just something that they had done like consistently. Here, 5 seconds, not much left to do. I want to chip out with fireballs, but I get a bad trade there on the fireball and lose out last moment. So again, tournament point again. Bunch of timeout rounds. Here, I'm so close to winning, but I just miss a dash check. Now my stun bar is half the way up. Another jab. And then I'm not ready with the run stop. Get stunned. It was, yeah, very close just to taking it, and then like one missed moment. A dash. Now we're in final game. I'm now on set point again. Yeah, it's just at this point it's been like another 20 minutes. I think all up my time versus Sam was around 45 minutes of playtime in winners finals, grand finals, and grand finals reset. Here I'm starting to actually get some good like heavy punches. Good blocking as well there. I think that was actually a whiff punish on the heavy punch. Something that like, some days I feel like I can actually do. Other days I feel like it's a bit more of a guess. Tick throw a bit. I'm actually like pretty like feeling courageous and like, oh yeah, I've got the life lead, I can just do stuff and try and go in. Fish for a crush counter there. Again, just, yeah, so much damage off EX Knuckle. That one I just felt could work. And here I'm just like, I'm gonna go in, but a light button gets hit by V-trigger, and then like my backdash doesn't get crush counted, luckily. Here I'm like, oh, I just need one more thing. Even though a single hit could KO me, I'm just like so hungry for the win. I'm like, oh, I'll do like dash up low. They block it though, right? And I'm like, alright, well, I'll do a jump in with a light, try and bait out the medium kick. I really just want something, and then yeah, the dash up crouch light kick takes it. A little bit cheesy, but you know, it's fine. And yeah, I take the tournament. So yeah, I was able to take the tournament, and the prize for that one was actually a copy of Street Fighter 6. So I wanted to go over really quickly some things. I've been keeping stats for so long. First off, like my favorite moments from Street Fighter V, I think getting Grandmaster, doing well in the Unga Down Under season finals, getting 5th in season 6, doing well when Unga Down Under was hosting the World Warrior, getting 5th in that as well in the finals, as well getting 5th at BAM 12. That seems to be kind of like where I'm at right now. I'd like to do a lot better, but I think those were pretty important placements that I did really well in. Also, winning 3 back-to-back monthlies for my state, I was really proud of that at that time. I felt like I was playing super well, and it just felt good to like be able to see those results. Like, I wasn't super happy about was my poor performance in all of the CPT Online Opens, as well in Top Unga Qualifier 2, which was Unga Down Under's open qualifier for their like grand final close bracket. I was in winners finals, and then yeah, I just choked it out. It wasn't super great. That's something I want to like get on top of and not have happen again. Yeah, and just some stats really quickly over my lifetime of Street Fighter V competitions. My overall win rate was around 60%, which is pretty good. I entered a lot more online tournaments than offline tournaments, but that was just due to the nature of what was available. Each year I didn't enter a lot of tournaments. It was mainly 2022 where I played in a lot. Otherwise it was, you know, once a month or twice a month. You can see here's a breakdown of all of the types of tournaments I entered. They're the different communities that were hosting events. Here's my placements at offline events. I was actually able to do quite well at offlines. Online tournaments, however, I struggled a bit more. You know, that 5th place I was just talking about before was a bit difficult. My overall placements, you can see it's almost a flat line with a bit of an outlier in 5th place. So I'd like to be able to bring that peak closer to the top. Here's data for players that I played a lot in bracket. You know, when you verse someone over a long period of time, it's kind of interesting to see how you track with them. Just a fun fact, I was able to win $1,030 Australian over all tournaments over the 5 years I played. And yeah, I really enjoyed my time playing Street Fighter V competitively. I enjoyed making videos, I enjoyed meeting people. Specifically want to shout out Shroomy D, Unbreakable J, Goldie Effect. I feel like, you know, these guys really helped me with like mental game, which is like something that, you know, it's really nice having people there that you can rely on for those things. Other than that, you know, always thanks to the TOs and everyone that plays and joins in. But yeah, I will continue to play more in Street Fighter 6, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. This was my last tournament, and I ended it on a high note. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed.